Okay, we are now in the second section of the activity data portion of your data collection form. This section is aiming to capture your scope 2 emissions, which is your purchased electricity at your owned, operated, leased facilities. So you can see here, that's the very first thing this is calling out. We want to understand your electricity and then any other utilities at these locations. So in this section, we are asking you to identify your various locations, and then within each location, not only the size of your team, but also any buildings that you own or lease in that location. So this is very self-explanatory, but I still wanted to take the time to walk you through an example just to see what this looks like. So let's just pretend, for example, we are going to be reporting our HQ, which I wish I was in Sydney right now, so I'm going to pretend that it's in Sydney. And then we ask you to input the number of full-time equivalent employees. Usually I just say, to make this easy, report the figure that is the number of full-time equivalent employees as of the end date of your measurement period. Obviously, this number will fluctuate throughout your measurement period, so just make sure that you're taking the more conservative number. You know, if you decided to cut 50% of your staff halfway through your measurement period, which I hope isn't the case, but if that did happen, we obviously would need to account for that other 50% that was contributing to your emissions at the first part of your measurement period. So in situations like that, reach out to the team. We can help you understand how to build that into this section. But for the most part, you usually can just report the FTE number as of the end date of your measurement period. For simplicity's sake, we're just going to say that's 100 FTE. The total work from home percentage of time here, if you are doing our employee survey, leave this empty. We'll have that exact breakdown once the survey concludes, since that's one of the questions we ask is how often are you working from home? If you're not doing our employee survey, put in your best guess here or whatever your company policy is, and we'll create that work from home energy or electricity, I should say, estimate on your behalf. So for adding your different buildings, it's as simple as hitting add building item there. Same thing, you have the ability to add as many buildings as necessary, same as location profiles. I'm going to assume that your headquarters is a nice office space. We do ask you to input the size of the office or whatever workspace you're using. This is going to come into play if you don't have utility bills for any of these utility categories. We'll take the size and type of your space to create an estimate on your behalf. This is going to be a square meterage number. Keep that in mind for any American friends I have listening to this. For electricity, it is going to be as simple as jumping into actually all of these different utility categories and saying either, yes, I do have access to my bills and I know actuals, or no, I don't. If you say yes, great, you're going to be reporting that figure for the full measurement period here. For electricity, that's obviously kilowatt hours. We ask 2 follow-up questions about whether or not any of your energy is coming from a green or renewable source. So we ask what percentage, you have some different ranges there. And if you do source green energy, we just want a little bit more information into how. If you can provide utility bills, it's not required, but I do say if you have access to them, please just upload 1 or 2 just so we can reference the figure that you've put here is accurate. You know, sometimes it is easy just to miss a number, add an extra one. So if we have your utility bill here, we can ensure that the number you've reported aligns. And then it's the same process for gas and water. I know gas is not used in most buildings in Australia, but that would just be as simple as saying, no, we don't use gas. And then same for water, you have the ability to input the actual amount. If you know your water figures, or if not, we'll create an estimate. That's all I've got for this section. The only other thing I'll quickly mention is for fully remote employees where there's no, obviously, office building, we still want and need to capture that team because they are still a location. So it would just be as simple as saying remote UK staff. We would obviously put their region as the UK, and then inputting the number of full-time equivalent employees in that region and the total work from home percentage of time. No need to add any building information there.